So since I thought this was an anime game, I really thought this was going to be free and easy, even on normal. Now this is the result of my foolishness. Watch this clip. Yeah.
Alright, who's next?
Let's see who's stronger.
One of the things I wish I knew earlier about Fairy Tail game before playing and underestimating the game. Today I'll be giving you guys some tips and tricks I found currently while playing through the game, and suggestions on making your team and gameplay easier while you go through Fairy Tail the video game. If you guys enjoyed today's video, hit that like button please, ladies and gentlemen, and also hit that subscribe button. I play fighting games and anime games, you name it. I'm the jack of all trades, which is why I call myself the Avatar. But enough talking, let's get right into it. Alright, step 1 is very important. Don't sleep on this, do it as soon as you can, and grind it out. Level up your guild ledger as soon as possible. Enemies on higher difficulties like normal and hard will take chunks out of your HP like crazy. Like the clip that was shown above. I had 2 healers and was still getting steamrolled. I had this mentality of, why use the shop for healing items when I could just use Lucy and Wendy to heal everything? No, there are times where Lucy and Wendy will get jumped. Like in some older RPGs where you feel like you may be constantly attacked or picked on for no reason, or your healer just getting jumped on for you don't know what reason. So please do that. Again, please do not sleep on upgrading the item shop. Level 1 item shop is just small health potions, so it's really no benefit, but you can usually find those on the field as well. Level 2 is where it gets fire at. Level 2 item shop grants you access to various items like revives, medium cells that do 50% of healing, and stylus alignment items for paralysis, burn, and poison, etc. You know what I'm talking about. What makes the level 2 shop even better is that you can also buy lacrima, and there's a lot of those to use in this game. This also leads to my next point and suggestion on giving out useful lacrima to specific characters. For beginners and starters, I highly suggest giving Wendy Energy Charm lacrima, since I'm like 15 hours or so in. I'm way further now at the point of this video of me recording this. But if anyone dies, from my experience, it generally would be Wendy if you're going to use Wendy, due to her having smaller health points. I also suggest giving Mind Charm to Lucy, because she will be using and doing a lot of the healing if not Wendy's on your team. If you want to go another route, I definitely think Julia will also benefit from the Mind Charm, because she hits hard and her grid setup is like one of her 3R attacks, but it also consumes over 10 plus MP. However, don't worry, you get more lacrima slots as you progress through the game via levels and story and character builds and the guild ledger. See how everything is all flowing back together? Each character in the game get at least 5 or more soul slots to experiment with lacrima. So if you want to make your character busted, you can do it from that way as well. Also, what the game doesn't really tell you is that there is specific lacrima or lacrima, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, if it's triggering you, for every character. A lot of people probably wouldn't even search for this because the game doesn't really force you to level up the shop. You get what I'm saying? So there is specific stuff that can help benefit every character and potentially even go further as you progress the shop. The next one is early game character ranking up. Now, I was low-key thinking about not really doing this, and I didn't think it was really going to be that useful. However, I highly suggest getting Lucy's 2nd star character rank up, which is called Celestial Protection. If you're on the hardest difficulty, this will save you a lot, my friend. The description of Celestial Protection is HP cannot be reduced below 1 when taking damage, while HP is 30% or higher. This can help you tank out some of the strongest attacks in the game freely. Please do that as soon as possible. Y'all also remember Pokemon? Remember that ability Sturdy? This is like the Fairy Tail version of it, and it's pretty good when enemies are just relentlessly attacking Lucy. Now, I'm going to give you a suggestion on the best team in Fairy Tail to have in a later video, but I want to get further in the game, so you stay tuned on that tomorrow most likely. At first, I wasn't doing it as well, so please go talk to the other Fairy Tail members in town with the selected or required character they want you to use. This is super beneficial to helping the gameplay be more smooth better and faster, and also making you do more damage in the field. Why this is important is because it helps increase the character bonds, increasing magic chain and combos. The more you interact with certain characters outside in the world of Fiore or Fiora, just to get, I know y'all get tilted when people say that wrong. The more you interact with the Fairy Tail members and do selected scenarios with them, the better they get and how they increase or upgrade their magic chains. This helps the team character bonds and the more amount of damage you will be able to get and do later in combos and with magic chains and combos. Also, for people that do not know, that you can also have additional costumes for your character by upgrading your character rank up in Ledger. Like literally every character has an alternate costume. I don't have them all but for like, I think Gray so far, but everybody has at least an alternate costume. A lot of people didn't know that the alternate version of one of Urza's costumes is in this game. So yeah. And the last two key tips I want to give everybody is something beneficial to the gameplay and also leveling up. So number one, the best place to grind in Fairy Tail RPG currently, if you have not beat the game, is Tenryou Island. How do you get Tenryou Island? After chapter 3, you will talk to Mary Jean, and she will tell you about Tenryou Islands being finally opened back up for people to go there. That place is perfect for grinding for a multitude of reasons. One, there's a whole bunch of enemies back to back there and a lot of collectibles, as well as you have different enemy types that can also be at different levels. And generally at this point in the game, you should be above level 20 or at level 20, but I will say this place is beautiful for grinding. Another key tip that you may not have been paying attention to, or you probably glossed over, but you probably feel like you don't want to do it in battle all the time because it takes up time. Well, let me explain why you should always do a magic chain in the battle. So when you do a magic chain, the bigger the magic chain, you get a 10 XP experience boost. This is very beneficial. Say if you want to grind out the game and let things go at a more steadier rate. Sometimes you get over 500 XP, sometimes you get 800 XP, depending on how you defeat an enemy and how strong the enemy is. Some enemies are honestly even stronger than that, so they might give you more EXP. Think about the times 10 multiplier after a magic boost chain. Characters will grow and evolve steadily. The best way to always get a magic chain ability, the R1 ability to be active, is simply just build up by using the square, the normal attack button. Don't use any magic, don't use any spells, unless it's healing or buffs. Just attack till you get it up and then go crazy after that. Simple as that. That being said, as I am trying to play through the game, I will make a longer version of this. Just a quick tip, tricks guide for people that probably may not be aware. Some people probably mashing through the video. Who the hell knows? It's your boy Avataryaya. Whatever you've been doing with Fairy Tail, follow me on Twitter at Avataryaya TV. And remember, you guys are golden and that is raw. Squalla, peace, and I'm out.
I've been a devil, I need me an arc in the water. My breathing, I feel like time's rolling. Walking this bitch with a zapato on, let she rock it, I keep me a domino. Bitch on my dick, man, I feel like Kazaki. Stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm snatching the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I spitting, I'm feeling like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face Suki.